Welcome to CradelPoint's Getting Started Guide for the Enterprise Cloud Manager. After you receive your account login from CradelPoint or your ECM account administrator, you can begin adding your devices. In order to add a device to the Enterprise Cloud Manager or ECM, make sure you are using a Series 3 CradelPoint router with firmware 4.3.2 or higher. Then you must register your router by logging into your admin pages and going to Getting Started, then Enterprise Cloud Manager Registration. Enter your ECM username and password and click the Register button to register the device to your ECM account. Please note that bulk imports of devices are handled by a CradelPoint admin, not with the ECM client. Once you have registered the router, log into your ECM account. The Devices tab will show you the overall status of all devices you have registered with ECM. Here you can configure devices, change firmware, reboot, unregister them from ECM, and more. The first thing you'll want to do after registering your device will be check the Online Status column. This will show if your device is connected to ECM. If you wish to unregister a router, select the device you wish to change, click Commands, then Unregister. You may also notice the pencil icon after selecting a menu item. Clicking on these will allow you to change the names and add descriptions for your devices. Selecting a device and then clicking Export Logs will save a log file to your computer in CSV format. You can also select Network Interfaces to see a list of connected modems and important information such as data usage and signal strength. Click here to open up the column selection. This allows you to choose which items show up on the page. In order to edit one of the devices from ECM, simply select it from the list, then select Configuration and Edit. As you can see, this opens up the administrator pages for the device, allowing you to quickly make changes. If you wish to copy a configuration of a single device, select the device you want to copy, then select Configuration and Copy To. You can create a device configuration the way you like it, then apply the configuration to an entire group of devices. The Groups tab is where you go to manage groups of devices. By putting devices in groups, you can change the configuration and upgrade firmware. Making a change to the group will apply to all devices in the group. You can also use the Commands section to reboot your devices. Groups of devices need to be organized by router model since they will all be receiving the same firmware files. In order to check how many of your devices are online, check the Online column, keeping in mind that groups have to specify a specific product as they share the configuration and firmware version. In order to edit groups of devices, select the group, then go to Configurations and Edit. If you want to copy a group configuration, select the group, then select Configuration and Copy To. Keep in mind you cannot copy from a group to a single device, but you can copy from a single device to a group. You can also copy a group configuration and apply that to another group of the same devices. It should also be noted that any individual device will supersede the group, which supersedes the local configuration of the device. To add users and sub-accounts, select the Accounts and Users tab. Here you can add, edit, delete, and move sub-accounts or users as seen here. To move an item, simply select it, click Move, then select the destination. The Monitoring tab is where you go to set up alerts and notifications for your devices. When using the Alerts section, you can view detailed information about each alert. You can also delete individual or all alerts. After selecting the Notifications section, you can view, add, edit, or delete notifications for your devices. This is where alert notifications are defined. Alert generation, however, is defined on the Group Settings dialog. This can be accessed by going to Groups, selecting the group, and then clicking Settings. The Reports tab allows you to create a summary of information about one or more groups of devices. Here you can specify the date range, the data source, and specifically which fields you want to display. It is worth noting that every button under Date Range is in relative time with the exception of Custom. At any time while using ECM, the Help Support option will be available to you. Simply select the question mark in the top right of the screen. Lastly, the User Settings option is accessible by selecting the down arrow by your name, then selecting Settings. Here you can change things like auto refresh time, how many items you display per page, prevent multiple logins of the same user, change your password, or reset the entire user interface. Thank you for watching the Enterprise Cloud Manager Getting Started video. Please visit CradelPoint.com for more information.